Not a bad turnout, Tim. 15 so far.
Yes, sir, and we are live.
You sent the link originally.
A lot of new drivers in the field tonight.
Lots of new drivers, us. Right at the exit of turn 4, but it's a really sharp left there. Pretty much gotta dive it.
Yes, sir, Mark. I think it's going to be plenty spicy, sir. This is dark. Oh, am I going to hype it up tonight? You know I'm going to hype it up tonight, baby.
Pipe it up.
I've been in meetings for the last 2.5 hours. I'm a little slow right now. Mark, you just gone.
Let's get a mic check on you, Penguin.
Mic check 1 2 1 2. I can't hear the stream because I have to be able to hear these guys, just so you know.
Right. I'm relying on the chat to give me feedback on volumes.
10-4.
All right, welcome everybody to week 1 of the Ruff-Neck Dirt Series presented by James Wagner Welding. We are at Eldora Speedway today for the season opener. These guys are just getting on the track to get some qualifying laps in. We do have some new drivers to the league that have just joined for this dirt series. You got Joey Brewer here. Quentin Fischlin is also a new driver. Cole Wagner in that 04. And Caleb Simmons in the 22.
We have 15 cars running tonight. Pretty good turnout for our very first race here with Ruff-Neck Dirt.
Get a little race info here.
Alrighty. Tonight's weather, partly cloudy 74, track temperature is 67, winds out of the west at 2 miles an hour with a relative humidity of 56%, and a barometric pressure of 29 inches and rising. Tonight, there is no limit to the fast repairs for our drivers, and there are no pit stops in dirt. And if you see the caution come out, those laps will not count towards the total laps of that race. We're going to have 3 heats. The top 5 from those 3 heats will automatically go into the feature. Then we'll have a consolation race or the last chance qualifier. And the top 5 from that will go. And then we'll go to our feature of 30 laps. So it'll be a pretty good night tonight.
Thank you, Penguin. With that being said, we'd like to give a huge shout out to our sponsor, James Wagner Welding. James Wagner Welding is a family-owned and operated business. We specialize in custom-built truck beds and offer framework of all types, located in North Wilkesboro, North Carolina. Thank you to James Wagner Welding for making this possible. As we wait for the qualifying time to expire, we'll get you the grid as soon as that time has expired, and we will get ready to go racing. Penguin, what do you expect to see tonight?
Expect to see a lot of mayhem. This is our first session of our first race here on dirt, and I expect to see a little bit of craziness, but I expect to see a lot of fun as well.
I think that will be the case. A lot of these guys do have a lot of dirt experience. We do have some asphalt drivers touching dirt for the first or second time in an official race, so should make for some exciting racing. And let's get you that starting grid here at Eldora. Starting on the pole, we have Joey Brewer. Starting second, we have Quentin Fischlin. Go ahead, Penguin.
Good evening to all drivers, and welcome to Eldora Raceway here in Rossburg, Ohio. Tonight's weather, partly cloudy, 73 with a track temperature of 67. Winds out of the southwest at 2 miles an hour with a relative humidity of 57%, and the barometric pressure is at 29 inches and rising. Tonight you will have a no limit to your fast repairs, so if you're involved in an incident, you can come in, get your car fixed, get back out on the track. Please remember that there is a claim system tonight, so please make sure you do those claims. And drivers, if somebody could please let me know when there's 2 to go on the track, that would be greatly appreciated. That way we can assess any penalties, close the claims window, and everything else, because, well, iRacing doesn't seem to think I need to know, but I do. Have a good race, everybody. Enjoy your heats, and we'll see everybody at the end of the feature.
Starting in row 2, we have Randall Dale with Stephen Shue. Row 3, we have Jess Scott and Matt Worrell. Row 4, we have Brianna Laurent and Don Nichols.
And that's heat 1. Who is that that's blinking?
Yeah, we do have a blinker, the 42.
Green flag, green flag.
And we are green flag racing at Eldora Speedway.
Stephen Shue making moves right off of the green flag. Coming up, he's in 3rd place now.
Stephen Shue, of course, is our Season 2 Friday Night Super Late Model Series champion.
That high line's looking pretty fast.
It is, and it looks like Stephen is going to use that to his advantage right here, as he goes to work on that 24. 00 really liking the high line right now. Making the move on the 4 machine of Joey Brewer.
Lots of activity up here at the front.
Double Zero really putting the pressure on that 24, hoping the 24 makes a mistake here. These are only 8-lap heat races, so you have to go get it as soon as the green flag drops.
I guess I didn't explain that very well. I'm going to have to get with the drivers and explain 2 to go on cautions.
Jeff Scott back in 4th place in the 38.
And Quentin and Joey both. Oh, Quentin just kicking that lap time in the rear end with a fast lap of a 15.69. That's the fastest lap so far tonight.
Here are your results for the Heat 1. You had Quentin Fischlin finishing off in 1st. Stephen Shue comes in at 2nd. Joey Brewer in 3rd. Jeff Scott in 4th. Matt Worrell in 5th. Randall Dale in 6th. Don Nichols in 7th. And Brianna Laurent in 8th. Let's get you that starting grid for the second heat race. Penguin, if you would, take it away.
Second. Row 1, inside row 1, you got Matthew Barker. Outside of him, you got Jimmy Rowdy Pilin. Inside of row 2, you got James Wagner, aka Big Doug. Outside of him, you got Cole Wagner. Inside of row 3, you got Mark Morton. Outside, you got Caleb Simmons. And bringing up that tail end is Adam Sprinkle.
And unfortunately, it appears that the caution laps are ticking away in Heat 2.
That's not good.
That is not good at all. These drivers will only have 6 laps.
0.
And it resets, so we are good. Green flag drops. Matt Barker jumps out to the front, followed by Jimmy Pilin. Oh, we have contact between Jimmy Pilin and Doug Wagner.
No caution thrown by iRacing, so we keep her moving.
The drivers are able to save their cars, and they will continue rolling.
It almost looks like a roughneck heat right here, doesn't it, Tim?
It does, with the exception of Caleb Simmons and Cole Wagner. You have a lot of roughneck drivers in this second heat.
I guess iRacing wanted to see what happened if all the boys got together and raced each other.
Another new driver to the series, just getting back into iRacing. We have Adam Sprinkle in the 77 from North Wilkesboro, North Carolina.
This field got spread out really, really fast on this heat.
It did, and I think that contact at the beginning had a lot to do with that. People were checking up, trying to avoid the accident, and the boys up front just kept going. Cole Wagner in the 04, a new driver to the league, making his roughneck debut. Same with Caleb Simmons.
Rowdy Jimmy's got the fastest lap, 15.83 in this session.
And he has been putting a lot of work in. He has been spending a lot of time over the past 2 weeks trying to perfect this dirt. So he looks to make a move on the 29, or the 96, I'm sorry. Coming to the checkered flag, Matthew Barker will take it. Jimmy Pilin second. Cole Wagner in third. Caleb Simmons in fourth. James Wagner in fifth. Mark Morton in sixth. And Adam Sprinkle in seventh.
Looks like we are going straight to the feature tonight. No no third heat and no last chance qualifier.
Here are your Heat 2 results, brought to you by James Wagner Welding. You can also check us out at Ruff-Neck-Racing.com. Stop by, check us out, see what we're all about. Come join us. I'm a poet and I didn't even know it.
We're going to break for a quick commercial here while everything's getting set up and the fireworks are going off here at the track. Timmy, go ahead and hit that button.
No, that's fine.
Lineup for the feature. Inside row 1, you got Quentin Feischlin. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly. Outside of him, you got Matthew Ace Barker. Inside row 2, you got Stephen Shu. Next to him, you got Rowdy Pilin. Inside of row 3, you got Joey Brewer. Outside of him, you got Cole Wagner. Inside of row 4, you got Jeff Scott. Outside of him, you got Caleb Simmons. Out inside of row 5, Matt Worrell. Next to him is James Wagner. Inside of row 6, you got Randall Dale. Next to him is Mark Morton. And inside of row 7, you've got Don Nichols. Outside of him, you got Adam Sprinkle. And bringing up in the 8th row, you've got Brianna Warren. Cars are coming out of turn 4. Pace track is in. Green flag has dropped. Here we go for the feature. 30 laps.
The yellow flag is out.
The lane window is now working. Please let us know 2 to go, and if somebody could let me know when there's 2 to go on caution, please. Yes, sir, I'm issuing now.
Green flag, green flag.
All right, we're back green again. Lap 2, let's see if we can get through a full lap. Here at Eldora on the dirt.
Caution, yellow flag.
We are back under caution here at Eldora. See if we can find that caution. Looks like Jimmy Pyland hit the wall pretty hard. I'm not sure if we had a blink there, and
Yeah,
that's
there was a
what
pretty
caused
hard
it.
blink. There was a pretty hard blink, and Jimmy disappeared. And when he came back,
That's what I'm seeing as well. So unfortunately for the 29, he blinked out right there, and when he came back, the car behind him was already inside of him. That will happen in iRacing.
Thank you, Robert.
Green flag, green flag.
Don't do it. Don't.
Get us a better view from that James Wagner Welding blimp. So we can see some of the guys running towards the tail end of the field. Give everybody some air time here. Got contact between the 04 and the 4. Which I guess in dirt racing, you just call that leaning on each other. I wouldn't know because I don't dirt race.
That would be leaning, yes, sir.
We've got a battle for second place here between the 00 and the 96, and the 00 is able to take second away from Matthew Barker. '24 Quentin Fishland has been pretty dominant here after about 10 laps. The 00 stays in that high line, hoping to make up some ground on Quentin. We have quite a battle going on back here from about 4th to about 7th. These guys are mixing it up. 48 of Mark Morton. Near dominant race to this point for Quentin Fishland. And I'm sure you would agree with that, Penguin.
Yeah, he's dominating pretty hard. We got somebody up in the wall right now. I'm trying to put a bead on it. Back towards the back. I believe it was the 22.
Go take a look at his car, see if he has any damage. That is the 22 of Caleb Simmons, who is racing Jimmy Rowdy Pyland for that 8th spot.
Oh, no, it wasn't the 22. It was the 96 of Matthew Barker. It got up into the wall in 1 and 2.
As you can see, Brianna Lauren has scored a lap down. Jeff Scott is a lap down. Matt Ace Barker is now 2 laps down, and I'm wondering if that contact contributed to being 2 laps down at this point. I would say so.
It does look like it did, because he did have to jump into the pits to get his car fixed. Did quite a bit of damage to that right
Yellow
side.
flag.
And the caution is out. See if we can locate this. big crash. Big crash. A lot of cars collected in that one. As you can see, the 6 and the 48 make a little contact. 6 drifts down track just a little bit, making contact with the 4, and then the big one at Eldora happens. Hopefully these drivers can get in the pits, get their cars cleaned up, get back out.
Okay, so I had 2 people speak up on that. Do you both want to take claim or just one?
Oh, these guys are making my job fun.
We have completed 21 of 30 laps in this feature event.
Green flag, green flag.
We are back, green flag racing at Eldora Speedway. Quentin Fishland with a great jump. He will be scored your leader, followed by Stephen Shue in that 0-0. Dougie Wagner has made a big recovery and now scored in 3rd place.
We now have a shootout at the end of the feature.
We do, 7 laps to go, and here's we're going to have a 3 to 4 car shootout right here. And they all 3 are loving that high line.
Looks like the battle's gonna be between 6th and 7th tonight. Oh,
The yellow flag is out.
yellow.
Joey Brewer in the 4 machine. And we have contact from the 79 of Matt Worrell.
Okay. Keep your radio on, please. No need to open the claim. Definitely mind to take a claim for making contact with the board.
And having this claim system in place makes your life so much easier.
Yes, it does.
So it looks like we will have 4 laps to go when the green flag drops. 4, I believe. I'm not sure what lap we were at when the caution came out.
We're gonna be going into lap 26.
Because my lap ticker is going crazy right now.
Looks like inside 10 to go. They're gonna put them on a single file restart.
That's unfortunate. I would have liked to have seen some double file right here with only 5 to go.
Green, green, green.
This is iRacing.
Absolutely, it's an iRacing thing.
I didn't do it. Oh, there's some leaning back there. There's some pretty heavy leaning back there in the back of the pack. They're hungry. 29 making a move on the 22.
With 2 to go, does Stephen Shue have enough to catch that 24 who has dominated this entire race?
The yellow flag is out.
And the 38 gets loose, smacks the wall. Here we go. On board the 42 of Randall Dale. And they're just beating and banging back here in the back of the field. Oh, and the 42 goes over.
Sorry, Randall.
Did they hold you, or are you there by choice? You should have a fast repair, sir.
Evidently 42 forgot that he had fast repairs, so he's sitting in the pits getting repairs.
That's unfortunate.
Green, green, green.
We are back green with 1 to go.
10-4, thank you, sir.
White flag is out. And Quentin
Fishland. His first race here in Ruff-Neck Racing with a win at Eldora. Here are your feature results for week 1 at Eldora. Quentin Fishland with a very dominant debut here in Ruff-Neck Racing. Stephen Shue comes away with a 2nd place finish, followed by James Wagoner in 3rd, Mark Morton in 4th, Cole Wagoner in 5th, Caleb Simmons in 6th, Jimmy Rowdy Pylan in 7th, Joey Brewer in 8th, Matt Worrell in 9th, Randall Dale in 10th, Jeff Scott in 11th, Brianna Laurent in 12th, Matthew Ace Barker in 13th, Don Nichols in 14th, and Adam Sprinkle in 15th.
Are you feeling like doing some interviews, Tim?
Do they feel like talking?
I guess they don't have much of a choice, do they? Because you're the broadcaster. Let's bring down our third place driver, Mr. Wagner. Mr. Wagner, welcome to broadcast.
Hey, what you doing?
How was your race, sir?
It was pretty good.
Tell us what you thought out there. You ended up in third tonight in the feature.
Yeah, it was a fun race. I just had to battle from the back and come to the front, but just got to take your time. I don't think I had anything for the 0 or the 24, but congratulations to the 24. But it was a good race.
All right. Got anybody you want to shout out tonight?
Yeah, I'd like to appreciate y'all up in the booth and shout out to y'all. James Wagner's Welding, all the Ruff-Neck team, and all the guys that come in to race tonight to make a good show. So that's about it.
All righty. Thank you, Mr. Doug.
Yep.
You have a good night, and thank you again for racing with us tonight. And we'll see you next week, yeah?
Yep, sounds good.
All right. Let's get our second place driver in here.
Matt Barker.
Stephen Shue, welcome to the broadcast.
How we doing?
We're doing all right. How are you, sir?
We're doing it.
Congratulations on your second place tonight. Tell us what you thought.
It was a pretty quick race. Car handled good. I just played around there and followed Quentin to the win.
Followed Quentin to the win, huh?
Yeah, I mean, that was pretty much it. There wasn't no catching him.
He was pretty quick tonight.
Stephen,
What'd you think of the track?
It looked like your preferred line tonight was the high line. Was that the plan going in? Is that the line you knew you were going to run, or were you just following the leader?
Oh, that was the plan going in. If you remember the practice race we had the other night, I found that top grooves where all the grip was.
Absolutely. Practice makes perfect.
Yep, and Ace, he was there in front of me, and I think he would have finished second if it wouldn't have been for that little bobble where he got up into the wall, and I was able to get underneath him.
Absolutely. Stephen, we're going to give you this time to any shout-outs you want to throw out. You go right ahead. The floor is yours.
Oh, yeah. Shout out to Wagner's Welding. Shout out to Admin Box. Shout out to Ruff-Neck, you, Timmy, Ace, Doug, Penguin, and my team. Even though they're not here tonight, they said they wasn't really interested in the dirt. So shout out to Jeffrey, Letford, and Chris Barker.
We will definitely see those guys on the asphalt, though.
You know they'll be there.
Absolutely. Stephen, congratulations on that second place finish. Go enjoy it, brother.
Hey, thank you.
All right, let's get our winner in. Let's see if I can find him. If he didn't leave, there he is. There he is. We found him. We found him. I'm sorry, I'm a little slow. Everybody. Quentin, welcome into the broadcast.
How's it going?
It's going all right. So tell us about your race tonight.
You just got out to the lead, and I got the lead in the heat race, and thought it would be in the middle, and seen it wasn't working, and moved to the top. So basically took that mindset into the feature, and got the jump, and got to the top, and just kept her smooth.
Absolutely. From the booth, watching, you dominated that race. Absolutely dominated that race.
Yeah, it was it started to get slick on the top, but just had to keep it as straight as possible and not make a mistake and get over the cushion to get into the wall.
Job well done, sir. We'll give you the floor to give any shout outs you'd like to give at this time.
Nothing really. The one-man band here.
One-man band. I like to hear it. Well, congratulations, Quentin, and we'll see you next week.
Yeah, for sure. Hopefully we can Knoxville's my favorite track, so hopefully I can go back to back.
We look forward to seeing you do it.
He's calling it already.
Yeah, Knoxville's my forte. I run the best there out of all the dirt tracks. So
Well, we look forward to watching you put on a show next week. Go enjoy this
Yeah.
win. Congratulations.
yeah, thank you.
So
Alrighty,
takeaways
Tim.
from the race, Penguin. What did you think? First Roughneck Racing?
First
Dirt race?
Roughneck dirt race. It was a little bit cleaner than what I expected. We didn't have anything major happen in the heats, which was surprising. There was no cautions in the heats. There were a few in the main race, and that's kind of why I got quiet. I don't know if the people listening to the broadcast or watching the broadcast know, but I'm also running race control. So if I get quiet, it's because I'm actually working behind the scenes. But everybody seemed to be respectful, which was nice. There wasn't any yelling and screaming, so it looks like the Roughneck motto is rubbing off with that respect, and it was a really good race.
I agree. I'm pleased with the way things turned out. Congratulations again to Quentin, Stephen Shue, and James Wagner for their podium finishes. That's it. We will see you guys next week at Knoxville. Am I correct?
I believe so. And don't forget, we will be 1 hour later next week.
Yes, we will be starting at 6 next week instead of 5 Eastern. Broadcast will probably go live 5 minutes before. So we hope to see you all there, and hopefully we have good racing next week at Knoxville. So everyone enjoy the rest of your weekend, and we'll see you guys next Sunday.
Have a good night, everybody.
Right.